Hello there, beautiful people. My name is Tim Lee. Welcome to Legacy Studio and Draw Too Much. We're back in the live stream again this afternoon because it is finally time, believe it or not, to wrap up on these caricatures. This has been very long in process, but we have officially come to that point. And I figured that I would share with you my preparations for getting things sent out to my clients once a piece is actually finished. So I'm just trying to get our camera set up here, and we'll go ahead and begin getting these ready to ship out. And thankfully, when I say ship out, I just mean um, they are digital files, and we're going to prep the files to go to the client. And then at the same time as we're doing that, depending on how long it takes to wrap this up, then I will also get back to work on the other caricature that we were grilling on. We'll get back to that one as well. So let's go ahead here, get some music on here, and start getting going here. Really quickly, let me turn on monetization so that we can get some support for the channel here. If this video goes majorly viral and gets millions of views, which obviously all of my videos do, so just gotta do what a guy's gotta do. So let's get some music turned on here. For me, not for you guys. And we'll get started. Good song. I like that song. All right. Let's get grinding, shall we? All right. So this is a finished piece. Got it all wrapped up. Oh, I forgot to put one little thing on here, but I can do that right now, thankfully. I apparently did not save, or my computer crashed or something from the last video I made with us. So I had to make a couple things to get this back to the final approval that I sent to them. So having to quickly do those touch-ups, and now we can send this sucker off for final release. We are done. It is approved. It is time to get it out of here. So we're going to start first by making sure that if there's a background, we turn it off. We'll verify that all the areas of white in the caricature are actually white paint and not white background, which that seems to be the case, which makes me happy. So we'll go ahead and save it up. File, export as a PNG. Now I actually have my OneDrive linked directly to my computer, so I can save this all directly to my computer, and it will immediately go to my clients folder. Go ahead and activate my OneDrive so it starts doing that upload. There we go. And we'll approve this one. So that will save to my OneDrive so that he can get to it immediately. This is a constant return client, so he does a lot of business with me. So he has a folder with me that I put all of his stuff in. We're also going to go ahead and save a JPEG just because we can. You can see these are a bunch of the different clients I've drawn for him. Let's see. Ribbit Skittles. Okay. So this one's just a JPEG if he wants it. Just in case. For those folks who are not as computer literate and maybe would prefer to have an original format, then we can give that to them. He likes having high resolution of everything, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he usually needs alterations. But once this is done saving, it feels like it's kind of freezing up a little bit. Then we'll save up the original file, which I should have done first. And then once this is done there, then we'll focus in on getting the individual caricatures saved out and go from there. So let's see. I don't like how it's freezing. Great. Oh, is it done? Is it done? There we go. Okay. Woohoo! All right, let's go ahead and save up our final as well. And this is Ribbit Skittles Fin, which is fine. Okay. Now let's go to Ribbit FPV. I'm going to go ahead and send this one off for her. And maybe what I'll do really quickly, just because I'm picky, is just drop a couple of these highlights on these letters just to make them stand out a little bit more. Okay. I mean, they're easy to do, so why not? It's the little things that make all the difference. And I saw this on the other caricature, so let's go ahead and repair this. Let's make sure that this layer is underneath the other layers. There we go. And we'll open this up and put it just above. There we go. And also, we'll do a little cleanup, because I see some quick cleanup areas that we can knock out here. There we are. Okay. Let's turn off her background layer. Let's see where the background layer is. Well, not background layer, but the pre-sketch layer. Now the background layer will go. Checking all the whites to make sure that they are actually white and not transparencies. Looks like we're good here. So let's go ahead and save this one out. Same idea. We're going to do the first one as a PNG. So this will be Ribbit FPV. And we will save this one out. Okay, perfect. And let's go, once it's done. Just waiting for it to finish. There we go. Let's go back to File, Export, now JPEG. So this will be the same. This one will be Ribbit FPV. And we'll go ahead and just save. The JPEG on the end will take care of the naming process, so I don't have to worry about doing that. Perfect. And now, the other one to worry about is Skittles. Now, I think that I already made the alterations with Skittles, but maybe we'll do a few other things to it real quick here, a little cleanup. So grabbing a separate layer here, I'm just going to quickly dot in a few things here that I'm noticing. Let's make sure to put this beneath all the color layers. Okay, just noticing little artifacts. And then also, I want to quickly make sure that we get his Skittle purple. I think he actually wanted a purple Skittle, so we'll fix that here as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Color this right here. Since it seems like a transparent, there we go. And here. And then very quickly, let's try and blend those two together. There we go. I don't mind little errors, but if they're scathing, I obviously would prefer them be cleaned up. It's something that I don't want you to see if you put this on a background somewhere else because it wasn't colored in correctly. So little issues are fine. Scathing ones, as soon as you change colors, I'm not happy with that. So it's human to make small artistic mistakes. So I don't mind little mistakes. It isn't good if it's going to change the final product for your client. So I'm just trying to clean up that Skittle just a little, and it won't be perfect, but once again, it's just trying to tidy it up just enough so that it looks a little bit more reasonable. Okay. Okay. Now let's go find that green in the Skittle. There it is. And we'll just go ahead and do a hue and saturation to the purple. There we go. And that'll fix it. All right, let's get him saved out. Layer off, export, and PNG. This one is Skittles FPV. Boom. All right. Whoops. File. Export PNG JPEG. This one is Skittles FPV. All right, this one's the JPEG. Boosh. All right, now let me save the original. Save as. Boom. Okay. And ribbit. Let's make sure to save this one. Yep. All right, let's delete this because that was useless. We can close these out. Now we'll open up our other client and get ready to get to work on our other piece, which is Jill Tranmer. There we go. So I'll get her all pulled up here, and we'll get reference photos pulled up here in a second. But I'll go ahead and send off what I have here first. And this is something I will do off camera, because I do not want to see you guys. I don't want to show you guys the private link that I send off to my client. It's only respectful. All right. But it makes it nice and easy here to be able to easily grab the artwork here for my client, send it right off to them through a folder that they can get back to whenever they need. And I do pay monthly to have that, but small price to pay with the clients that I work with. Let's see. Where are you at, Jeff? There he is. All right. All right. Alrighty. All right. That is it. That is a done client. They have already paid as well, which is wonderful. Gotta like money. Now it's time to move on. So let's go ahead and find our next image that we will be working with. And I must have moved that into another folder. So let me go and find that folder. Let's see. Look at images and graphics. And we're looking for this young lady. Boop. Okay, come on now. Here we go. So, first image is right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and send it down. There we go. And there's one more image that I want to go ahead and put in here too. Let's see here. This might not be it. This might actually change the image I just made, but we'll see. Nope, that's fine. There we go. Okay. So this is the lovely Jill that we're going to keep working on today. And you can see that I love her likeness. I love how it's turning out here. But you may notice that her skin looks an awful lot darker than we have done. So one of the things that I will be immediately working on is getting that skin lighter. Now the thing to note is that I actually did that on purpose because I intend to put some really pretty highlights in here that are really going to make her face pop. But I always start with darker skin tones and then we build our way up. So this is ready to rock and roll. Let me go ahead and make sure that my YouTube Live is open so I can see any chats that come in. And we don't have anyone in here, so I will possibly get quieter and just enjoy my music. I don't know. So do not judge me if I get quiet, but I will keep an eye out for your messages. And I do tell everyone I would totally play music for you, except all the music I listen to is copyright. And I'm sorry, monetization is kind of important for YouTubers. So I'm just going to enjoy some music and jam out. And then if I see comments, then we'll keep this going, okay? So for now, I'm just going to crank up my music and jam. Okay. Let me make sure this is turned up nice and loud for me. There we go. Okay. Let's get some work going here. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. Always appreciate having your comments and your questions. Otherwise, we're just going to enjoy getting some drawings going on here. For everyone who laughs at me in the future for enjoying music and dancing around while I'm working, sometimes that's what you need just to kick some butt. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't care how people see me or feel about me. My goal is to have fun when I do my artwork. And if no one's going to be in here to talk with me, then so be it. I do it my way. Oh, that looks awesome. Maybe a little less intense, but yeah, that's cool. So, just a quick reminder, everyone who watches in the future. First off, if you've watched this far, I'm impressed because it's just me jamming. There's no one in the chat room or watching the live stream, as far as I can tell. So I don't know why you've watched this far. Um, but what I'm doing here is I'm adding a heavy glow, and I can add it as loud and hard as I want, and then I'll drop the opacity back. So getting that glow on here to this intensity is not a big deal. What is a big deal is getting that level down and calming it down to feel more natural on the other side of this once I finish it. Ooh, all right. Rib cage is hurting a little bit more than usual today. For those who don't know, I'm supposed to have surgery soon because I'm having some chest pains, and they want to remove my gallbladder and some other stuff. But that means it's sitting for a period and just doing my thing. Sometimes can get a little sore. Ugh. Let me make sure our stream is going here because it is very quiet in here right now, and it has me feeling very uncomfortable. That seems like it's so quiet in here. Let me check my phone here really quick. Yeah, it's working fine. Okay, just a quiet afternoon, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, I don't like how this looks. So let's see if we can change this a little. Let me try the old-fashioned look and see how much I like that instead. Yeah, I kind of like that more. We'll stick with this for now and see what happens. Okay. It's just her skin just seems so dark in comparison, so I think I might need to make some alterations, but I might do that in post in a layer over top or something like that as I move on this a bit more. All right. Hey, Sam Sam. Please be careful. Oh, gosh. Good heavens. In Montana, we'd get pulled over for that real quick. Silly kids. What's the matter? Kids okay? Do we need to go outside? Do we need to go potty? Or are you just being hyper? You're just being hyper, huh? You need to go out? Well, maybe it's time to go out. Alright, people. We'll be back. The kids are giving me eyes. So let me get them outside here real quick. I'll be back in a few minutes. Guess I better save this. Don't want to lose what we've done here. Alright, let's go outside, kids. Let's go outside. I'm coming. Gotta give me a second. Good heaven. I'm coming. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry, Zoe. Sorry. No, leave that alone. That's for me, and that's not for you. Alright. Alright. Excuse me. Excuse me. Whew. I am probably going to wrap this up here in the next, within the next 10-15 minutes, probably. My wife is coming home, and I haven't seen her all day, and I look forward to seeing her. So I'm gonna kick you guys away and go and spend time with her when she gets home. So I've been working a lot today, so. Whew. And I also have to go to bed super early. Like it's 4:19 right now here in Great Falls. That actually means for me that I need to be in bed in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, give or take. So just because I work a very weird shift at my job where I have to be up at about 4 a.m. or so, which isn't too bad, but to get 8 hours of sleep, you gotta kind of gear up for getting to bed. Yep, she's still a practicing nurse. Yep, still a hard-working, amazing nurse. And she's on one of the floors where if you have a surgery and you're an inpatient, or I guess an outpatient, where they're planning on getting you done in the day and kicking you out of the hospital within a day, that's the floor she works on. So when I get my surgery done here next month, I will be on her floor, which is kind of funny. She's going to be off the days that I'm getting my surgery done so that she can be my nurse, but yeah. So, oh, apparently one of her coworkers had a family emergency, and so they raced away. And so she's doing their job. She should have been home a little earlier, and so she is not not home on time, which is fine because she wants the extra money, which nurses get paid some seriously good money. Let's just say that we don't survive on my paycheck, that's for sure. All right. But she's supposed to be home fairly soon. And if she isn't, I told her to hurry up, so. Not that that helps, but. Well, kids are barking at something. Let's see what they're barking at. Let's look through the living room window. Nope, it's not the wife. What are you seeing, kids? I have security cameras all around this house so I can see what they're barking at just by looking through whatever camera I have pointed where I have. No idea what they're looking at, but whatever. Maybe the mailman stopped by. Okay. what I thought. So the hand is fine like this. Let's get this up above the pen layer. There we go. I can actually get this sketched out. And then the thumb is actually somewhat okay. Unless I tilt the hand forward a bit more. Now, let's see where. I also want to make her hair darker, but I'll do that in a little while. Going up to my ink layers, though. Here we are. Let's go ahead and... Good heavens, dogs. Kids are barking at everything. Or maybe our next door neighbor's playing outside. That might make a bit more sense. Okay. And I think what I'll do, excuse me, is temporarily just completely get rid of the skin layer on this and redraw it, repaint it into its own layer so I can affect it separately. I'd like to get these hands correct. Okay. I do like that, though. I feel like that looks pretty good. That needs to stay there. This is the one I need to get rid of. There we are. Any big goals for 2022? Honestly, I would love to see Legacy Studio get to 10,000 subscribers, which was my goal for 2021. But that would be my big goal. Get my YouTube channel up to 10,000 subs. Good afternoon, Sam. I already warned everyone else in here, which isn't many today. Today's a quiet day. Once my wife gets home, I'm going to be running, and she ought to be home hopefully in 10 or 15 minutes or so. So when she gets home, I'll be running. I haven't seen her, and I'm having one of those lonely looking forward to being with my wife days. So, not that it was lonely, but if you're married, you know that there are certain days where you're just kind of like, I miss my wife a little extra today. I'm going to make sure that I annoy her incessantly and make sure I spend time with her today. And because I have to head to bed way before she does, then that is definitely something that slows down getting to spend time with her. Have you considered doing more shorts on YouTube? Yes, it's a really big trend, and that's how a lot of people are garnering a lot of views. Sam and I have both looked at doing shorts, especially when the system was broken. By the way, Sam is the hanger, and Sam and I were studying together on how our counts looked when we did those shorts. There is definitely a benefit to them. At the same time, I hate them. I hate them completely, but that's just me. Um, and the only reason I hate them is because it's TikTok, and I'm not interested in being on TikTok either. I'm here for a whole different purpose, and the kind of content that I create. I mean, yes, um I could turn this into that content, but on the same breath, I just do not have the time. I don't have the time to take one of these videos and edit them down. That's why I'm doing YouTube lives these days with you guys here, because I'm making very, very long form stuff on my other channel, and I just don't have the ability or time, and I just don't like the format. I really don't. I prefer I don't like giving in to a generation that can only last 10 to 12 seconds before their before their attention span disappears. It's terrible to say, but it's true. So, maybe I'm getting older. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm getting older. And when Sam and I were doing it, we were finding that we were making, and Sam might still be doing it. I don't know. I haven't checked. But I'd get random views like crazy where certain videos would pop up like insanely in view counts, and then other ones that would be on the same topic and stuff would just get no attention at all. And I found a video talking about why shorts are important and why we should be doing them, and 90% of the reason is because the system is broken. And it's like, yeah, I can see that. And so that's one of the reasons why when I'm on Legacy Studio, a lot of my comments that I leave in my community tab, I try to make them polls, because polls get way more view counts and notice than just normal posts. Um, so if you ever want to get a little bit more attention on YouTube, then you can use polls, and they seem to just have a little bit further reach. Um, but YouTube in itself is broken. YouTube in itself is very broken. And I find YouTube channels that I would love to watch a 20-minute video from. There's a guy who dives and, finds weird garbage on the bottom of the ocean. And I enjoy watching his shorts, but they're too short for me. And then if you go look at his channel, it's all shorts. And to me, that's just so cheap. It's so cheap. No. I invest so much time making these long form videos, and everything I do is long form. I don't have a way to make anything I'm doing short form. So it's kind of like, it frustrates me. That looks good enough to me. Now let me look up bearings. Thankfully, my client already sent me some bearings. I sound like a grumpy old man, and technically, I am from the grumpy old man side of YouTube, because I worked really, really, really hard to become a partner on YouTube. I mean, there was a time when to become a partner on YouTube, you have to get a special email that someone in YouTube actually sent you saying we would like you to partner with us on YouTube. I mean, I was waiting for that email every day, and I was working so incredibly hard, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere they're like, "Oh, yeah, you can become a partner whenever you want. All you got to do is this or that." And it's like, "No." I worked so hard to be acknowledged by YouTube, and the end result is anyone could be monetized. And then they changed it, and they're like, "No, no, no, we changed our mind. You can only be monetized if you have 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 watch hours." Okay, fine. At least you have to get somewhere before you can go somewhere. I get that. Yeah, that I understand. But still, you're just kind of like, you know, and all of these short people making short content just And I've tried. And if I was successful at it, I would feel completely different about it and be amazing at it and say it's amazing. I'm just bleh. You know what I mean? Bleh. I think I'm just going to draw one ball bearing and then use it for all the rest of this because it's going to take forever to just create one ball bearing. I'd actually be very tempted just to use the image that she sent me and trace it, but I'm just going to go ahead and try and do it this way. Maybe I should just use the bearing I've already done. There was a time when YouTube hated my content because mine was too long. And now they say, hey, guess what? We want you to make videos that are as long as humanly possible, as long as you keep people's interest. You know, and it's like, I was that person at one time. What happened? That's the thing that annoys me. If I had enough money to pay someone to do that work, then yeah, I would be amazing. I would gladly pay someone to, you know, like to create that content off of content that I've already created in my channel. You know, hey, take this content, cut it down to funny moments, and put it in a short. You know, and let's get the shorts going. Like, come on, you know. But I'm just not. I don't have the time to do that myself, as all old people state. All right, wifey's on the way home here soon. Getting out of her scrubs and coming home. When we used to live in Florida, I'd be like, okay, I could set my clock and she'll be home in about an hour. Now she thankfully lives like 5 minutes away from the hospital, which is kind of cool. I actually work further away than she does. So it's kind of cool. She just has to go right down the street to get to the hospital that we work at here. Okay, so technically I've already drawn the black ring that's inside of the bearings. This girl apparently sells bearings to companies here in town. So she wants to be the bearing girl. And this is her logo. So I'm trying to fully create this bearing, and instead of drawing, I think there's going to be 10 or 12 different bearings that I'm going to need in this piece. I'm just going to try and draw one and make it good enough to use in most of those scenarios. What's up, Sam Sam? You okay? Yeah, you okay? Yeah, yeah. You're my good girl. Yeah, you are. Then here comes my other good girl. There's my Zozo. Your mom's gonna be home soon. She's not here yet. She'll be home soon. she'll be home soon. She's not home yet. She'll be home soon. Silly dogs. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling it quits. I think we have what we need here for the next part of this, and I'm having some good success. So I'm gonna send my client a approval of the art so far, and then start working on. We'll continue this soon because there's a long way to go. But for right now, we're gonna wrap it up with that. So thank you so much for watching. Love y'all. And I'll see you next time. Y'all behave yourselves, and we'll continue this soon. But I need some time with the wife, need to relax a little, and yeah, keep trying to get ready for next month because it's going to be a crazy, ridiculous month. All right, I love y'all. I'll see you later.